Hi, this is Demara, and I'm going to be reading to you today the Truth Testament number 28, which is the one that has been indicated to me from the higher beings. But what I would like to say today is that it's so important right now to hold a higher frequency. The frequencies that we live in are kind of translated into our language, if you like, by hertz. So we think of them as hertz. And if you're in peace, this is about 600 hertz. If you're in laughter and happiness and joy, that's about 550, something like that. If you are in grief, I think that one is the one that's 75 hertz. Can you see the difference? And if you're in anger, it's only 150. So being in anger about the situation we live in within this world right now at this particular time is not good. It's not good for anybody, not those who are suffering, those where war is being brought to their doors. It doesn't help. What you need to be in is a pure expression of peace. But this has to be peace in your life. You have to be living 100% peace to vibrate at that level. And in a way, because we live these sort of crazy lives with a lot of influences coming in at us from every angle and every place, every energy, it's easier to be in joy, laughter, and happiness, which is 550 hertz, which means the frequency of the human collective is rising constantly. I just wanted to bring that in because a lot of people don't look at life in that way. And in its essence, life is energy in every way. And I'm going to be trying to put up more and more videos about this. Let's go back to Truth Testament, number 28. We are contemplating how much information to give you on the current energy transference lines. We have many activated, but do not always know which ones will surge in energy. Giving you the information is therefore not easy. When we tell you a line is active and may surge, many people translate this as accurate information, enabling them to know when and why not to visit those areas. These activations have their own energy flow, and it is not known by us which will cause the most physical detrimental changes. Therefore, we are reluctant as well to pass on information if it is not able to be translated into the human mindset. So we will tell you that the energy lines which are playing out releases at the moment are those all along the Pacific Ring of Fire. This means that the most imminent areas which may fall into some physical detrimental problems for those on the planet are in these zones. These zones cover quite an expanse of space. Therefore, it will be difficult for you to attempt to challenge these areas. It is much better if you can not to choose to visit or change your destination to these areas at this moment in time. These areas will release more surplus and blocked energy. Therefore, this is an accurate account of what to expect. But we cannot give you explicitly accurate areas within these zones that will experience the destructive physical side of these releases. We hope we are making ourselves much clearer so that you have an overview. We are not saying that you cannot yourselves, when you are connected in the moment to your higher selves, accurately relate and therefore know what is occurring in that precise moment, and even some moments before the release occurs on a physical level. These blockages and releases occur when the energy goes through these points. Therefore, there is a build-up of energy which can be picked up by your higher frequency intuitive abilities. As we have said before, you can more accurately feel the build-up yourselves because you are in the earth plane domain. Having made sure that we allow you again to remember that you have these abilities and are your own heroes and guidance, We would like to cover more of the situations that will occur because of all of the climate and earth changes which are occurring. Because of the earth changes and the higher frequency of cleansing coming into your domain, then these climate changes are inevitable. Through these changes, you will now need to be able to assimilate the fact that crops cannot be grown in the old systems and on a scale that they have been grown. It is now about adapting in every way. Every part of your lives will need to be adapted. Keep this in the forefront of your consciousness, because adapting is going to be the key word for the foreseeable future. It is the future of the human race. As you adapt to who you really are, your lives change. As your frequency raises, so your mind stays still. It is now your perception that is the mainstay of your survival of your minds. These are two totally different actions. Perception is something which occurs in the now moment. It is not regurgitated from your lower mind, your computer brain system. It is a one and only system, that of awareness and accurate perception in this now moment. As you allow yourself this activity of being in the now moment, your awareness and therefore your perception becomes clearer, cleaner, and more crystallized. When it is crystallized to the forefront of your activity, then you are in truth and reality. You cannot then carry on plans that should be obsolete. You are activating your warrior spirit, the part of you that agreed to carry out this incarnation and complete your contracts and missions. The code for a warrior is always to be present and ready for what comes up to be accomplished. So let us recap. In order to be present, the part of your lower mind needs to be subsidized. I'm going to have to read that again. So let us recap. In order to be present, the part of your lower mind needs to be subsided into its formal presence of only being present when you need it to be so. In order to subside the lower mind, the thinking and processing part of your technology, then you will need to be able to complete the training of meditation, which does not follow the thoughts and imaginings which occur when you are in these sessions. Allow yourself the time each day in order to strengthen your resolve to activate your warrior spirit. First and foremost is this activation of who you really are. We do not like to keep repeating ourselves, but in repeating we are consolidating these practices. Just as when you repeat these practices, you are consolidating within your own technology that you are changing the programming. I think that's one of the most important paragraphs I've ever read here. Let's go over that again, because that is pretty incredible to start understanding the human technology. We do not like to keep repeating ourselves, but in repeating, we are consolidating these practices. Just as when you repeat these practices, you are consolidating within your own technology that you are changing the programming. It is repetitive actions which program your systems of human technology. This is because you have free will, and when you are changing your systems in this way, you are practicing free will and choosing to upgrade your systems to higher awareness and warrior activation. When we speak of warrior, we do not speak with the old classification of warlike warrior, but of spiritual warrior who knows because he knows. She does not need to fight or become violent in order to show that they are strong, unmovable, and operating for the true good of all of the collective. You do not require a different garb to show that you are a warrior spirit. If you are activated in your spiritual warrior, then this will be perceived by those on a similar frequency of those same activations. No words need to be spoken. There needs to be no shows of strength. The shows of strength are in your hearts, not in your minds. When you show your true strength, everyone is aware of this, although many cannot put a word or phrase to express it. It is only those who are walking on the same or similar path that will be able to express what they are experiencing. To others, it can appear as magic or even sinister. For some, it will feel odd that others are showing signs of becoming more spiritually awakened and are behaving more as part of a collective rather than from their separate egos. They will feel threatened in some cases. This is why it is important to build your own groups of like-minded individuals who are also part of the larger human collective. There will come a time when numbers will be important as the real splitting of the ways occurs. As the energies rise and rise again, many will become separated from their usual fellow human beings, some through the earth changes and energy releases, and others through needing to change their center of influences to include more of those that are awakening as they are. This is because it is strength in numbers, not just because of being a larger group, but because of being a better mix of gifts, strengths, and knowledge. If you all have the same strengths and gifts, then you may lack certain areas of expertise. All of this can occur naturally as you welcome in the changes and the higher energies and knowledge. You do not have to search for those that may become part of your closer allies. It is a natural attunement and a natural part of your journey to align with those that you have the best connections with. You are all in a natural part of the evolvement of the human race to the higher frequency beings that has always been your inheritance. Do not block your evolvement. Do not hang on to the old ways of doing things. It will not be in your future interest to do so. If you feel yourself blocking a new initiative that is being offered in your life, then ask yourself, what is my highest truth? For it is your highest truth that will give you the happiness and wide expanse of consciousness and vitality that you truly desire. Thank you for listening. I would just like to ask for everybody who does like the information and is absorbing and improving their lives from the information of the Truth Testaments to please subscribe and share and point others to the channel, and please give us a thumbs up on the like. Thank you again.